At a young age, I knew about CMOS already because of my cultural background. So I grew up, my mother's Persian, but I didn't always grow up at home with my mother. I grew up in the residential system.
The residential system?
Yeah, the youth system. So I was with my mother until a young age, but then I left when I was quite young. And then I was in different homes until I was of age to be able to live by myself. And that was because of me being a boisterous young man. And yeah, growing up in North London, in Tottenham, I grew up with a lot of ideologies of what life should be like, until I got a grasp of what real life is.
Well done.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
You've had a lot of odds against you, so it's a really, really inspiring story. Let's talk about the business then. So what year did you launch, and can you give me an overview of what the numbers look like since then?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So we're in our second year now.
Yeah.
Our first year turnover was 123,000. Our net was, unfortunately, a loss of 16,000.
So what's the total revenue so far in your second year?
In our second year, I believe it's about approximately 55. And net profit is approximately 8,000.
Okay. My last question's on the branding. I can see it from here. I'm not entirely sure who you're aiming at. There's the brown packet top right, there's a white packet, there's these jars which look a little bit like cough syrup.
So all of the products that you see, which have got the Whole Foods colour label that you mentioned, the jars, those are all our CMOS products. The other products, those are not CMOS products.
What do they have inside? What's the...
So, for example, here we have a pure range. It's just turmeric, ginger, green tea. Up here we have Shilajit.
What you need to do here is to focus. And actually the CMOS narrative that you gave me was original and unique for me because I'd never heard about CMOS before and its health benefits. The minute you stray into just general supplements, everything gets more confusing and less distinctive.
I've got to say that I totally disagree with Stephen. And the reason why I disagree is I think you've created like a very Holland and Barrett-esque identity. You've got a very clear logo stand out there. You've also differentiated with different colour labels, and that works. And I know that that works because I sell millions of products doing exactly the same thing. I think that this tastes absolutely fantastic. I was not expecting it to taste as good.
Thank you so much, I really appreciate it.
And also, I go further, I think you're a gift to humanity as well. Anybody that can go through life and then decide to give back the way that you have, it's absolute credit.
I really appreciate it, thank you, sir.
I'm a massive fan of CMOS, by the way. Like, I think if you're Afro-Caribbean, you understand what CMOS is.
Brilliant.
I think all I wanted to understand was who is your main competitor?